Man, I feel like you got to see past the horizon. You get what I'm saying? Because time heals. Whether you like it or not. People say, oh, that's cliche. No, it's true.
Yeah.
Time heals. Everything takes time. And actions speak louder than words.
Welcome to Man Unmuted.
Hey.
Yeah, it's a fresh start, bro.
What's
Right.
up? What's up?
Let's
What's up,
go.
fellas?
Vibing, dog.
Welcome, Man Unmuted fam. What's going on? What's up?
We vibing, dude.
Hey, man, we have an amazing guest today, man. We have a little brother of the community of Men Unmuted here today, man. We have a man of integrity. This is a man that has had trials and tribulations and have overcome them all with grace and mercy. We have a streamer that is legendary, if you don't know already. We have a man that we just here to pick his brain as in the next generation, he's a legend. So we just love to have this guy here. We have our guy Alex hanging out with us
building,
today.
It's an honor to be here, y'all. It's an honor to be here.
Let's go.
Welcome to this legend. Welcome to this legend. Thanks for coming, bro. Thanks
bro,
for
it's
coming.
an honor,
Definitely.
bro.
It's an honor to have you here, though, honestly.
Man, I
Seriously.
appreciate you guys, bro. This is legendary making right here, bro. Honest, like I've been telling him.
Hey, let's get it. We got an interesting episode today, though, fam. We got an interesting episode. I'm excited about it, man. Picking your brain for it, man. So let's jump into it. Man. So I live by a quote, man. A good man apologizes for his mistakes, but a great man corrects them. So that leads us for the topic for today. The power of apology and forgiveness. The power of apology and forgiveness. So what's like y'all definition of a sincere apology? What's y'all definition of a sincere apology? And what's like the elements y'all would say to help sum up of a sincere apology?
I mean, I feel that a sincere apology it's simple to me. It's like change behavior.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't say I'm sorry or I apologize and just do the same thing tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Which is so easy to do.
Right.
A lot of people do that.
Exactly. So, but for me, like you was asking, what's a real sincere apology is, to me, change behavior.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of times we're too used to that. I'm sorry, and then just make the same mistake. Becomes like a revolving door too. To where you're so used to saying I'm sorry, I won't do it again, and you just end up doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's a struggle, bro. It's a struggle.
I agree, man. To me, a sincere apology is just a genuine remorse for what you did, man.
Yeah.
It's like a genuine remorse and a commitment to change, bro. Like, you got to be committed to change because words are easy to say.
Yeah.
Like, anybody could just say words like, I'm sorry, I apologize. But
Yeah.
you got to be committed to change. Like, that's a sincere apology to me. You committed to change, and you got to understand your remorse, and it got to be genuine, bro. But another question is, what role does, like, vulnerability play in, like, an apology, a sincere apology? What role does vulnerability play in
A
it?
lot, bro. I think it takes a lot to admit you're wrong. You feel me? Like, and it's hard to sometimes admit you're wrong or just get over something. So I feel like you really have to put your feelings aside and understand, like, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
And I'm either going to learn from it or I'm not. You know, it's make or break situation.
Right. I mean, I think that people are afraid of the reaction of the apology. You know what I'm saying? I think people are nervous about it. Are they going to actually accept the apology?
Right.
Or will it be rejected? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's another reason why it's a little difficult, because you don't know what the response you're going to get. But however, I think that we shouldn't be worried about, you don't apologize to get something.
Right.
You apologize to give something to that person that
Right.
you actually had a situation with or hurt. So that's what I think about it.
Yeah.
I think vulnerability plays a crucial role because it's self-reflection, bro. It's like self-reflection, and we're opening it up and taking that accountability.
Right. And it's hard to do. It's hard to say, hey, yo, I'm wrong.
Right.
Even though I
Bro.
think I was right at the time, it's hard to admit that.
As men, we're swallowing our pride, bro, and just like, because sometimes when you apologize as a man, it could seem like a sign of weakness.
Oh, yeah.
You could feel like, dang, man, I'm telling him that I was kind of wrong, or I messed up, or he got the upper hand because I got to say
Right,
sorry,
right.
whether it's to the homie or whether
Right.
it's to someone else. You like, we got ego as men. Let's just be real. We got an ego.
Yeah.
I mean,
We got ego.
100%.
it doesn't, apologizing and being sorry doesn't make you weak. I feel like it just shows that you value that relationship that
But
you're
you know, it's
talking
crazy.
to.
That's 100% true, but not to the public. or
Exactly.
or the society nowadays.
Exactly, culture, bro.
Right, it's a culture.
Sometimes
Plays a
how we
huge role.
grew up, bro. How we grew up, or what we may think, like it may seem like a sign of weakness, bro.
Yeah.
But actually, it's a improvement of growth. It shows your growth, bro, to be able to say, okay, look,
Yeah, it takes time to get to that point.
I'm
Yeah.
taking accountability. These are my imperfections. This is my imperfection. I was wrong. I was wrong. I didn't do this proper. I may have hurt you, and I'm saying I'm sorry, bro.
It's even with the little things, bro. Even the small things. I feel like once you learn how to self-reflect and apologize and forgive, helps you in your everyday life.
Yeah.
You know, with whatever it is. Like even today, I had an incident where I went to a drive-through, and the coffee cup was broken, right?
Hey,
And it spilled all over my new car. Damn,
Wow.
the worst. You feel me? My girl was furious. I was so nonchalant about it. I told the lady, it's all good. You know, at the end of the day, it was not her fault, but people are always going to find a person to blame for that. It's just like human nature. Like, I know it's her fault. The cup
Right.
broke. She gave it to you. You spilled it. It isn't like that. You know, I once you realize, like, what's done is done,
Yeah.
and you're either going to grow from it or you're going to live with that and carry it with you. You just let little things just slip out, bro. And I feel like that's just so important. And it helps with your everyday life, bro. It really does.
it definitely does. So let me ask y'all a question. Like, what is the difference between saying sorry and genuinely apologizing? Like, how can the audience or the men, immediate fam, differentiate the two?
I feel like it's actually feeling it. You feel me? Because we've all been there where it might be like at work or whatnot. We're quick to say, yo, I'm sorry for X, Y, and Z. But you really don't know what you're sorry about or what that person feels.
Right.
When you do something wrong and you feel for that person, like that be your significant other, you're like, damn, I really shouldn't have done that. Like, it really hurt. It hurt me to do that. That to me is like real, sincere apology.
Yeah.
Or that's what you really feel.
I
the
feel
most.
like like what you said, like, when it like tugs at your heart, like
Right.
when you feel it. Like I've had a situation with a homie, and you know what I'm saying. We weren't seeing eye to eye at one point, and he let it be known of why he felt a reason why I hurt him, this or that, and initially before that, I'm like, man, whatever it is, what it is. We ain't talking. Fuck, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And once I heard what made him feel that way about what I have done, what I did, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It tugged at my heart. I
Yeah,
ain't
it
gonna lie
opened
to
it
you.
opened a whole new like
Perspective.
Pandora's box.
Yeah.
And like you're like, oh my God, like I didn't see it like that.
Exactly,
you know?
exactly. I didn't see it from that person's perspective.
Right.
So once I seen it from his perspective, it was tugging at me, man. And then we had a conversation, and I apologized, and I let him know that, man, look, I would never make you feel that way again. You know what I'm saying? Like purposely, or
Right.
even, you know what I'm saying? I would never make you feel this way again. So I understand. It really tugs at your heart, and sometimes we have these things where we want to apologize to people for years. And
Right.
we don't feel like we get the opportunity to,
Right.
or you don't have access to that person, but
Right.
it still tugs at your heart, man.
Yeah,
So
no, I feel that. You feel me? Me myself, like I have family I don't talk to, and although they've wronged me, and I feel like I'm the one that should be apologized to, I've taken it out of my time and out of my heart to say, hey, not directly apologizing to them, because I know I did nothing wrong,
right.
but it takes you forgiving them in your heart, without them actually saying it to you, for you to move forward, because it just opened up a whole nother avenue and
Yeah.
like direction of things where it's like,
Yeah.
I don't need your apology, but I forgive you.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, for me, bro, saying I'm sorry is, if we go somewhere, you out somewhere, and someone step on your shoes, I'm sorry, my bad, bro.
Yeah.
Like, a genuine apology, bro, is like you feel remorse for the person that you hurt, the person that you care
Right.
about, bro. Like, that's a genuine apology to me, and you show it with change action.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you show it with what you do, with how you move, or like,
Right.
like, you show it not to hurt that person again, bro. And that's important to me, man. Like,
It
that's the
is.
difference between saying I'm sorry and apologizing, bro. Like, saying I'm sorry, I can say I'm sorry to anybody.
Of course.
You just be like, my bad. I'm
we do
sorry.
it every day.
Yeah, we do it
Yeah,
like, my
every
bad. I'm
single
sorry. I
day.
ain't mean to do that.
I've
but-
said I'm sorry to things that I'm like, I didn't even do anything. You did.
Right, right,
yeah,
right.
but genuine apology mean like,
Yeah.
I really know that I hurt you.
It's hard to do that.
Like,
bro.
I really
Tell
know
you.
that I hurt you, and I really know that it may be my fault. It is 100% my fault that I hurt you, and I'm genuinely sorry, and I'm genuinely apologizing, and I'm gonna try my best and my hardest not to hurt you that way again.
Right.
And That's the difference to me, bro.
But see, let me ask you y'all both this question, like, because we asked earlier about like self-reflection. Like, how do you feel like self-reflection actually play a part?
It's scary. It's very scary. Because sometimes we hate to admit the wrong in us.
Yeah.
A lot. And culture, society makes you kind of like harden and say, hey, there's nothing wrong with you.
Yeah.
It's what's wrong is around you, the people around you. I mean, that may be true at times, but it takes a man to really sit there and be like, I know this is wrong. And sometimes you know that like what you're doing is wrong.
For sure.
And it sucks because I feel like sometimes you really want to change whatever that is, and you're really apologetic towards whatever it is, but then it's hard to break out of that chain.
Yeah.
You know, it's
you
hard.
said, sometimes we as men do stuff that we know is wrong. We do stuff that we know is wrong,
Yeah,
bro.
we shouldn't do that.
Yeah, and we shouldn't do it. But it's just like you say, self-reflection. It takes a great big man to admit that I'm doing something wrong and now apologize.
Yeah.
But it takes a greater man to change that, to change them habits, bro.
Yeah.
To change them habits of what they're constantly doing, what they're used to, what their fetish is, what their vice is that makes them happy.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're doing stuff and it fulfills you, it satisfies you, bro. But it's hurting that person you love.
Yeah.
Right.
And you know it. You know, like, damn, this gonna fuck with Alex. This gonna fuck with KT. Or this may hurt my wife. Or this may
Right.
hurt my girlfriend.
Yeah.
But this is fulfilling me. You're like, this one makes me happy. Me sneaking off, or me doing this, or me lying, or me telling her, yeah, I don't smoke no more, but I'm smoking on the side.
Right.
Yeah.
Or I'm doing this.
And
Or,
it's for the
I'm not
moment.
drinking how I'm drinking, but I go out and I drink and I get wild.
Yeah.
That's fulfilling me. But like, yo, if she found out that's hurting her. She, I'm like,
Exactly.
you told me you
Yeah.
stopped. You
And
told me you don't smoke no more. You told me
Right.
you don't drink no more.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, I'm hurting her, bro.
I'm a victim
And
of
it's all
that.
for a moment, bro. And it's all for a moment.
Is it?
Because you know, like, when you're in the right path and you feel good about yourself and you don't got to go back and kind of think, yo, you know, man, I messed up last week. That'll bug me for a month. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that to me is like, it plays a huge part, bro. Like having to like live up to that, bro. Like change whatever that thing is and continue to go down that path. It's just a great feeling, bro.
Yeah.
A great feeling.
So, question for y'all: what are some common mistakes like men make when attempting to apologize?
Oof, I got the perfect one. It's finding a reason for like them to apologize to you for certain things, even though you might not care about it, which I do that a lot. There's times where my girl will be upset at me for a reason she has every reason to be upset at me for, right? And then I'll find something where
Yeah.
I really don't care about, but I'll be like, hey, well, you know, you did X, Y, and Z, but I don't really care about that. But I want you to know that you should apologize for that if I'm apologizing for this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah.
and that to me is like a problem, bro. It's like, although I know the need, that I don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
See, but that's the thing we were talking about earlier about the real apology is like self-reflection, and the main root of it is accountability.
right.
So if you can't take accountability of yourself and the things that you know that you're doing wrong, and you can say, Ben, I know this is my fault. And now instead of like possibly mentioning their wrongdoings or what they
Right.
did to you and something else that have nothing to do with what hurt them,
Right.
that's lacking accountability. And
Yeah.
I fall a victim of that too. Like I found myself doing that too. Like if you know, someone is like calling me out on like, man, you did this to me, and I'm like, well, you did this. You know what I'm saying? So
And I ain't say nothing. So
Yeah.
you should be.
you shouldn't
okay
say
with
anything
what I
either.
just did.
You shouldn't
Yeah.
say anything either. Yeah.
I think what us as men do, bro, that we typically do and apologize. Sometimes we apologize and we commit the same mistake, bro.
Over and over again.
Like we do that in relationships, whether we with our girls. Sometimes we may even do it to hurt our homies, bro.
Yeah.
Like with our friends, we may say, okay, bro, I ain't mean to hurt you that way. I won't do that again. We'll
Right.
Then we do the same.
Like
thing
behind
again.
the scenes.
Yeah, yeah, we'll
even
do the
when it's
same
like
thing
messing
again.
with the one homeboy that
Yeah.
everyone picks on.
Exactly. We
Yeah.
may say something,
Right.
he may be like, "Yo, Alex, tighten up." Like,
Yeah.
bro, that shit. Don't say that again, bro.
Yeah,
like,
and then
like,
behind closed door, yo, my
you
bad,
say it
my bad,
again.
my bad.
Yeah.
And he find out you like, dang, this my dog, but that was funny. Like me
Yeah.
cracking on was funny. You like,
Right.
yo, you say you weren't gonna say that again.
Right.
Or even with our girl, like I said, we may say, okay, we won't do this again, and we do it, bro. I
Yeah.
think that's a mistake that we make because when you admit and you say, I'm sorry, I apologize, I won't do this again, that's important, bro. And that person is taking your word, like you acknowledge you have hurt me.
Right.
But you also acknowledge you won't do it again. So saying I'm sorry and apologize is not just saying, okay, I'm sorry. It's like saying I won't do it again, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm acknowledging that I hurt you.
See, I mean, I got a situation. Well, I had a situation with an ex-girl that, man, oh God. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about that later on in the pod. But my therapist helped me realize that apologizing without change can be looked at as a manipulator.
Right. I can see that.
And I remember the young lady that I'm talking about, man, she sent me like freaking 10 pages of text messages.
Right.
And the one thing that I can remember that was damn near in every freaking paragraph was manipulation.
Right.
So she called me a manipulator. So, and guess what?
It stuck with
I
you.
apologized
Right.
a couple of times, but
Sometimes
I
you
did
do
the
it
same thing.
unintentionally.
Yeah,
Sometimes
but
you do it unintentionally.
but
without
how
you
many?
knowing what you're
But
doing.
how many? But that's what I'm saying. Like, how many times do you give yourself unintentionally until it's like, bruh, come on now.
But it's hard because sometimes I feel like, for instance, apologizing becomes like this thing where it's like the boy who cried wolf.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, bro, and I feel it as I'm doing
Yes.
it. And maybe with the tiniest things ever. And you know what? But like eating out, right?
Yeah.
I know my girl's like, hey, man, we should cook, save money. No, it's fine. But I'll be the first one to say, hey, let's buy X, Y, and Z every day, right? It's small, it's dumb, but it's like a habit that I built. That in my mind, I apologize to her for it because I'm like, I shouldn't be pushing towards this. If then later on I'm gonna get mad and be like, damn, we shouldn't be eating out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you do it so much that it's hard and it feels difficult to apologize at times. So you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, man, how many times am I gonna commit the same mistake?
Yeah.
To where it's like, you know, it'll just stop one day.
So I think at times it comes down to your heart, bro.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you gotta give yourself grace. If you genuinely trying to apologize and you genuinely trying to change, but you just keep doing the same thing, bro, give yourself grace, but also self-reflect and look at, I gotta change these habits. I gotta work on these things.
Right.
I've been trying, but I'm steady doing the same thing,
Yeah.
and that's where grace come in, bro. At least you acknowledging and you noticing, like, I'm trying. It's when you intentionally know that you're doing the same things,
Right.
and you intentionally apologize, but keep doing them.
Right.
Like, that's a big difference, bro.
Just
That's-
takes getting like 1% better every day, bro. Like
Every
with
day.
whatever it is. I
Yeah.
think that a lot of people don't do it and don't apologize because they see the finish line. Not what it's gonna take to get to that finish line. To get rid of whatever it is that you constantly fall on and keep doing and keep apologizing for.
Right.
Sometimes we feel like, man, I want to be the perfect man, but I have all these flaws that my girl doesn't like about me or whatever, or my friends, and you just tend to keep doing them.
Yeah.
It becomes a repeating
So,
cycle.
question for y'all boys: how easy is it to apologize when you know you're not in the wrong? Like, that's crazy, right?
to me, honestly, it's all about perspective.
Definitely.
Perspective. Sometimes you gotta give them the benefit of the doubt and see what they see. That's something I've had to learn the hard way. You know, so there's times where I know I'm not wrong, and I still apologize because it's not worth it. It's not worth it for me to get mad and keep fighting with you back and forth. This turned into this whole big thing where it's just gonna take away from us.
Right.
You know, we're on borrowed time, bro. So it's like, I'm not going to sit here and dwell on this and carry this with me to the point where it might end our relationship or whatever the case may be. And it's sometimes over the smallest, dumbest things, bro.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you just got to take the L and be
Yeah.
like, hey, you're right. I was wrong. Let's keep moving. And
Yeah.
that's sometimes they got to hear that. You get me? And it helps them. Be like, damn, that takes accountability.
And I definitely agree, bro. When you say sometimes you got to take the L, to me that means sometimes you got to be the bigger person.
Yeah.
Like let's just say it, bro. Sometimes
Right.
you have to be the bigger person,
Yep.
bro. Like, if you value that relationship with that person,
Right.
if you know that person is not seeing their faults, they're not seeing their imperfection in this certain situation, you just gotta be like, okay, bro, this is how I feel. What you did, you're not seeing it, but I'm sorry. I get it.
Yeah.
Like, I get it.
I
You
can see
know?
where you're coming from.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from, bro.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
I hear you. I hear you, bro. You know, I understand it. Whoop de whoop. You know, we
Yeah.
cool. We good. We good. We
Yeah,
cool.
we vibing.
We vibing just because you value that relationship. And this person generally not seeing or hearing that ways. But I also believe if you constantly got to be the bigger person, then you hang around too many smart people now.
Right.
At
Straight
some
up.
point, this person got to see their faults. They have to understand, like, I'm wrong. They got to be vulnerable and acknowledge it. You
Right.
can't always feel you're in it right. You
Right.
can't always feel you perfect and, bro, you fucking up or you doing this and that.
See, but
It's a lot of hard. That's it's tough to find people like that, bro. It really is.
Takes a lot of maturity.
definitely. But I feel that too. I feel like if you're gonna apologize, if you're being the person that somebody's apologizing to, or somebody done you wrong and whatever, it's like how many times before you give some distance? Sometimes
Right.
distance will let the person really see.
Yeah, self-reflect.
Exactly. They let them self-reflect on themselves and realize, damn, like, this was a good homie. This was a good
Right.
girl. This was a good guy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we can't say, I'm sorry, and then just tomorrow we're just hanging out.
Right.
We have to give each other some distance. And our uncle, who's with Jesus right now, he always say, I don't forget, but I'll feed you with a long spoon.
Right.
So it's nothing wrong with giving some distance. And I heard even Rick Ross said it, man.
Never beef with your dog. Just give them some
That's
distance.
it. Just
Right.
give them some distance and let them self-reflect with distance.
So you saying you believe giving someone distance will help with change behavior?
Yeah, I
This is
think
what you're
so.
saying.
Yeah, because they realize who the person that they no longer have access to.
Right.
So that's
And they'll
what it
come
comes
back
down
to
to
you.
me, like how much you value that relationship.
Exactly.
Correct.
That's what it comes back down to.
Exactly.
Like you say, like this person I knew for a while. Like this person, whether he was there for me emotionally. Like this was the homie, or this was my girl, or this was a family member who was always there, or who would look out, who I know this, and now they distant themselves because they constantly
They're not
saying
gonna.
it was
Right.
me.
Who do I turn to?
They're not gonna continue to let me do this to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And once somebody realize I'm not gonna let you keep doing this to me, you feel me? Then you actually can see, like, bro, like you really got to do something different.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, ain't working.
Yeah.
So, question: how do you handle a situation where like the other person isn't receptive to your apology? Like you may apologize to your girl genuinely, like, "Yo, honey, I didn't mean to do that.
Right.
Like, I didn't mean to say that, or I didn't mean to do this, and I'm sorry." Like this haven't happened in 5 years. Like we've been together 6, and this haven't happened, but I did this. I'm sorry. She's just like, "Nah, this is tough for me to forgive." And you're like, "But in 5 years, I haven't done nothing. Like in
Right.
5 years, it's not like this a multiple offense. This is the
Right.
first time, and this person is just like this family member
Right.
is just like, man, it's tough for me to forgive." Like,
Listen, man, I feel like you got to see past the horizon. You get what I'm saying? Because time heals. Whether you like it or not. People say, oh, that's cliche. No, it's true.
Yeah.
Time heals. Everything takes time. And actions speak louder than words. You
Facts.
feel me? So she might not take the apology or the family member, the case may be, but it's those actions after she didn't accept the apology that are going to dictate what happens. Because if that person still sticks around, it's for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? So it's like they really want you to be part of their lives. What are you going to do? The
Facts.
ball's in your court.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So what's the next step? How can you really show that you're sorry instead of just saying I'm sorry?
Yeah.
It's all
I-
Yeah, and trying to.
I feel, bro, that you just gotta again give yourself grace, bro.
right.
If the other person, when I say I'm sorry to someone, bro, I'm not saying it so they can forgive me. I'm saying
Right.
it genuinely from my heart.
For
Like
yourself,
I apologize.
okay.
This is for me. Like
Right. So you can apologize
whether
yourself.
you forgive me or not, this is for me, bro. Like
Yeah.
I know
Okay.
I didn't mean to hurt you, Alice. I know I didn't mean to hurt you, KT. I know to my wife or my girl, I didn't mean to hurt you. This is something that I know I didn't mean to do. I haven't probably done in forever. I never probably done this, and I'm sorry. Whether
Yeah.
you choose to forgive me or not, whether you feel I feel this is a level 2 hurt, and you be like, this is level 8 to me. Like, I can't believe you did this. And I'm
Right.
just like, yo, this ain't even that serious. And you may be like, this is serious to me. And I'm just going to be like, to me, well, I'm telling you, I apologize. Whether you forgive me or not, this is me. This is my heart.
Right.
And to me, it depends. Like, so give yourself grace because at the end of the day, in the biblical sense, the Bible said we all fall short of the glory.
Yeah.
So if I fall short of God's glory, what make you think I'm not going to fall short of yours?
Of course.
What make you think I'm never going to hurt you? But I hurt
Yeah.
him. I hurt him
Every day.
sometimes. Whether
Every
it's
day.
But
Every
it's every
day.
day. Like, I hurt God. So I'm going to fall short of
Yeah.
my
Right.
fellow man glory.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
give yourself grace, man.
You right.
Like whether
Yeah.
that person
You right,
forgive you or
dog.
not,
You right.
like as a man
Of
out there,
course.
give yourself grace.
Give yourself
We're not
grace,
perfect.
dog.
Like
Yeah.
we are not meant to put on this earth to be
Oh.
perfect, bro.
They say the world crucified a perfect man. What makes you think that you're any less? You get what I'm
Facts.
saying? So to me, I think the biggest thing is when it comes to that, everyone heals differently or takes things differently. Something that might not bother you may bother me. You get what I'm saying? Because we've been in situations like that where it's like, it ain't that deep, but I did this because I owe you this.
Yeah.
I owe you to tell you about this. And it's going to hurt you. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that's all it takes for them. Nah, I can't do this no more. Or I don't like that. Or I don't know if I can do this anymore.
Yeah.
And it hurts. But in the sense, it feels good to be like, yo, you know what? Give yourself grace. I did what I did was right. You feel me? I apologized. I felt for myself. I did the right thing.
Yeah. So question for y'all. How does timing of an apology impact its effectiveness? Like, is it a such thing as too late or too soon?
No. I feel like a sincere apology has no time frame. You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
there is
Because sometimes it's like the situation at the moment you have wronged or whatever, but you don't see the wrong until you've really processed, like, hey, man, I hurt you, man. Like, sometimes it don't happen right away. Sometimes it's quick to, like, it's hard to pretty much say, you know what, like, I was wrong or whatever the case may be. But
I mean, it's like obvious. Like, I feel like I think I know. Like, I have a family member that, had some resentment with his dad.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And he made plans to go hang out with his dad before. I'm gonna hang out with my dad in the next 6 months.
yeah,
But his dad died.
damn,
You dig what I'm saying? So there is a such thing as too late.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we have to not.
It is.
You can't put off today for tomorrow.
Of course not. Yeah.
Like, hop on the phone, man. Like, it is a such thing as too late. And when it is too late, that's when I feel like it, like, really tugs your heart even more, because you really ain't got no. You can't do it. You can't say it.
It takes a lot, because even now it's funny you say that. I have I'm really close friends with these two siblings, and I've lost people, and I felt like in my heart I gave everything, and I wasn't perfect, but I was the best I could be, even though I was young.
Right.
And they're two siblings, and I had a sibling, so they don't talk. They haven't talked in, I want to say, like 6 years. Wow. Live in the same household.
Wow.
They don't talk. Hi, bye. That's it. Not, hey, how you doing? And the other day I was at their house, and I was with one of them. And I had a heart-to-heart with him. I was like, hey, man, it's going to come a time where mom and dad are not going to be here. It's going to be you and your sibling. What do you think your parents want? You know what I'm saying? It's like, y'all mad at each other over, like, the dumbest, smallest thing that you can't let go.
Yeah.
That's not even an issue anymore. You get what I'm saying? So if it's something that's reoccurring, I would understand. No, it's something that happened, that they got over, and they're both doing extraordinarily well. Like, they're doing really well, but they just can't seem to get around one another to talk. And I'm glad to have said I pushed them to the limit towards, like, hey, you got to talk to your sister, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to be the bigger man. I know you say that you don't care, that you're not holding anything against her, but you got to talk to her, bro.
Yeah.
It'll make your parents happy that are still alive. You know what I'm saying? When they're not going to be here, you're still going to be, I don't know her.
No.
So I would say, bro, if I stab you right now, bro, and I leave here and there's no one else here, you left to bleed out, you're going to die, bro.
Right.
Like, you literally going to die. There's no one to help you. But if I stab you and I walk away and 2 minutes later someone comes and they hold the wound, then I'm going to call the ambulance. And so the ambulance make it because that person was held in the room holding the wound, bro.
Right.
And the ambulance like, yo, this person wasn't here, you wouldn't have made it because they held it and you weren't able to bleed out.
Yeah.
And I say this, that's the same thing about apologizing too late, bro. It could definitely happen. It could definitely happen because if you know you hurt me or you acknowledge you hurt me sooner than later, that can repair this relationship. That can help heal this wound quicker, bro.
Right.
Because time heals all wound, but time is important.
Right.
That matter of time. Like, it could take you 2 or 3 years or 4 years to even acknowledge you hurt me, bro.
Right.
But if you could acknowledge you hurt me in a week, if you could acknowledge you hurt me in a month, if you could acknowledge you hurt me in a day, that wound heals probably quicker, bro.
Right.
And I think that's really important, man, for us as men to take accountability, man.
That's the biggest thing.
Self-reflection, to take that accountability and to acknowledge it and not be afraid to be imperfect. To just be like, damn, I see my faults, like I messed up. And it shouldn't take you a year. It shouldn't take you 2 years, bro, to do that. Or it should take you 6 months. The quicker you can do that, the quicker you can mend that relationship and the quicker it can heal, bro. Like, I had someone, a family member, man, really close to me, bro, like a brother, man. they just stopped talking to me for a reason. Was something that they may have heard, bro. Something they heard from someone else. And
Right.
I didn't understand why. Like, I would call this person, I would text this person, no response. No response, bro. And then like 5, 6, 7 years later, it was at another family member funeral. They came up to me and they apologized. They was like, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I should have been talked back to you. I heard something. It wasn't even true. I found out like a couple of years ago. And I'm saying I'm sorry now. Whoop-de-whoop. And I'm just like, I still got love for this person, but it's
Right.
just like,
Like, damn.
if this person wouldn't have died, you would never apologize.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
if we wasn't
Wow.
here, like how sincere, like too late matters. Like
It
too
does
late,
matter.
too soon
It
matter.
does
Like
matter.
if this person wouldn't have died, would you have ever apologized? Would it took you another 8 years to even do it? Like I hear you now,
Right.
and I'm upset because I still got love for you. I'm a Christian, but now it's just like it is such thing as too late, man. Like if you'd have done that sooner, this wound would have healed sooner. And we could have repaired this relationship sooner,
Yeah.
bro. So that definitely matters to me.
The
man.
the thing is, I feel like people in general, when it comes to, like, we put it off so much sometimes that we don't get around to it. You get what I'm saying? Because there's been people that we've wronged, whether that be a family member or whatever the case may be, or an old friend. You kind of just put it in the burner. You know, like, yeah, you know what? I was wrong. I should apologize, but it's hard to do
Yeah.
because it makes you feel like,
That's pride to be
It's
there, bro.
pride.
When
Yeah.
you say it's hard to do, that's your pride. And as a man, we got to be willing sometimes to swallow our
Yep.
pride and to say, I'm sorry, bro, apologize.
and the longer
Like I
it
say,
takes-
we feel sometimes swallowing our pride to say, I'm sorry, is a sign of weakness.
Yeah.
But when we understand that's a sign of growth and strength, it won't be hard.
Right.
See how you say, well, it will be hard? It ain't hard, bro.
It ain't.
It's easy for me, bro, to acknowledge my wrongs. Like, whether I'm in a relationship with my brother, my homies, my friend, my wife, whoever, I can genuinely apologize, but not just apologize, acknowledge my ways and be like, damn, I can't hear Alex like that no more.
Right.
Like, he told me I shouldn't have said this, and that's not funny how I was ragging on him. I can be like, okay, I won't do that again.
Right.
Genuinely, I could be like, my bad, bro, I'm sorry. And I could also be like, I know I can't say that again, genuinely, because it's not just about words, bro.
It's about actions. Yeah.
It's about
Yeah.
actions, man.
100%.
But let's get into relationships and apologies in relationships. Like, what makes an apology genuine and meaningful from your partner or from your woman?
I did a lot of those, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Me personally, apologizing.
But what makes a
She's gonna be watching. She knows who she is.
I know mine's
yeah,
mine's
so,
gonna be watching
bro,
too.
honestly-
Sorry again.
It's hard to. It's crazy to say this, but I don't really seek apologies, in a sense. I understand that it's not always gonna be perfect, in a sense.
Yeah.
And this person's gonna mess up, and I've sure as hell messed up. You know what I'm saying? So there's been very little times where I've had a situation where it was dumb, really dumb. To me, I felt like it was dumb. You know, to her it was something that she felt like I should have been more upset about. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I was like, it's not that deep.
Yeah.
You know, I love you, and it's so dumb, and like I'm not gonna ruin what we have and make this a hard time for you just to fight back and forth. Like you got to see the bigger picture. I mean, there's different situations. Needless to say, like it depends on what situation is. Just this specific situation to me, it was like I don't need no apology. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was good to hear one, but it wasn't like, oh, you have to apologize to me for this.
So you saying you have no elements that make like a genuine apology from your spouse or your partner? Like if she do something that genuinely hurts you,
Right.
like you don't have no elements or nothing she could say or something that you could be like, okay, I know she's serious.
Yeah.
Something that I know, okay, this is different from the last time. You have no
Right.
elements that could tell like a genuine apology from her.
It depends, man. Like, it's hard to say. Like, it's so difficult because I feel like the way my partner moves is it's so gracefully. It's
Okay.
it's so
Okay,
it's
I
so
get you.
weird in the sense where it's like
Okay.
it's hard to find things that bother me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's been very like little situations where I've generally been upset. The ones that I have been upset about have been like third parties. It wasn't even
Oh,
her.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
It's not
right.
like, oh, I can't believe you did this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't really tell you a situation where that's happened because nothing. I feel like over time, I guess, you know, having relationships younger and leading up to this one, I've dealt with those situations to where now I can understand that anything can happen at whatever time.
Okay.
And I can live with that. You know what I'm saying? And I got to understand that that's not my fault. So I don't really seek for like an element of apology in certain situations. Like,
I would say for me, what makes a genuine apology for my partner is just not repeating action.
Right.
I don't like a repeat offender, bro. It's just like if you get caught for a crime, they're gonna say it's your first time offense. They may give you less than they give someone else who done the crime 2 or 3 times.
Right.
Right.
Like if she do something to me or to hurt me, I'm gonna assume when she apologizes it's genuine. I'm gonna assume
Right.
she's remorseful. It's when she does it again and again that I'm like, okay, now I gotta assume it's not remorseful.
Right.
Now I gotta assume it's intent behind it, or this is your character and this is a problem. So to me, it's all about like the intent and the amount of times it happens, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it was I like to use examples. Like it was a young lady that I was dating a little while ago, and this was fresh in a relationship, man.
Right.
Like it was like maybe a month or 2 in, and she was like, "Oh, I ain't talking to my old girl, right? I ain't messing with my mom, like,
Right.
we ain't seeing eye to eye, like." And I got into it. She was like, "Yeah, we like 6 months in." I'm like, "Damn, you ain't messing with your mom and damn near all year."
Right.
So I'm like, man, you gotta talk to your mom, bro. Like, because in my mind, I'm like, if you could just like cut your mom off for something that was after she told me what it was, I'm like, man, come on, bro.
Right.
Like, talk to your mom, bro. Like, you can easily do this to me.
Right.
So it's like sometimes I think we can see some of these things in people, like when they talk about their friends and like, oh, I got my friend, my best friend, I ain't talking to her no more. Or, you know, my cousin and my sister, and we like what you were saying with the siblings. Like if
Right.
they were dating somebody and they were like, yeah, I'm not talking to my siblings, you already understand
Red
that
flag.
they have an issue with forgiveness and they have an issue with being sorry for whatever it is, or fixing things,
Right.
or fixing things in relationships that they supposed to have, or you would think they would have some investment in.
Right.
So for me, like, I think that, like what you were saying, I mean, not like what you were saying, I'm sorry. I do expect an apology.
Right.
I want it. I ain't gonna lie to you, because I'm gonna do it. If I'm wrong, I messed up, I jacked up, guess what? I want the same thing, man.
Right.
Like, don't, like you said too, still, like, don't keep repeating the same thing with me. Like, real apologies is change behavior.
Right.
I agree. So question, do you think women approach apologies and forgiveness different from men?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Of course. 100%. Like, where do I begin? I mean,
Right? Right? 100%.
I've apologized so much, you know, but to me, it takes like a big woman, like a strong woman, to say, "Hey, I'm sorry,"
Yeah.
you know. And back to what I said earlier, like my girl, she's apologized to me before. I just don't expect it in advance. You get what I'm saying? So it's not something I expect it. It's happened, but it's not like not that I don't care about your apology. It's just more like, oh, well, damn, that was nice to hear. Caught me by surprise. Let's keep moving.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, 100%, man. You know, sometimes they expect the apology like to that level. You feel me? Like, hey, you hurt me bad. You owe this to me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And as a man, accountability. It's hard to be like, you right. You know, like I was wrong. And
I mean, I think too, it's just like the way that we were raised as men, as
Yeah.
boys. You know, we always been taught, you know, open the door for the girl, do this
Yeah.
for the girl, do this for the, you know what I'm saying? We've always been taught like the girl is always right.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, treat her right. Do you know what I'm saying? So even now, like when you look at like, you know, just to go a little bit off track a little bit, like when you see certain things like in pop culture with like certain people, and it's like a woman said this guy did something, and it's like it's nothing. It's like he just did it.
Right.
It's like women sometimes I feel like the culture has made them feel like they have the upper hand on everything almost, man. Not the upper hand. I don't know if I'm using the right
it's
term.
just culture. Yeah, they like they can make mistakes. We can't.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say this. I feel women approach apology and forgiveness way different from men, bro. Like, you ever been with your woman or a girl and you know they're wrong, bro, but they don't admit it. They just think you come home and they ain't that nice lingerie, or they just think they
Yeah,
can
that's sorry.
they just think that they can go down on you or they could do this, and it's just like that's their apology method. They
Right.
just use sex as an apology. A lot of women use sex as an apology, bro, and that's a problem, bro. They just can't admit to their wrongdoing.
Yeah.
Like they just can't be like, "I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I apologize." They just come home and they just ready to get it in, or they just in that sexy thing,
Right.
and they just think because I made you come or because I gave you this, this is my apology. Like, you forgive me.
That's it. It's done. Let's move
This is
forward.
done. No, I don't have to say
Right.
the words. I'm sorry.
But let
Or,
me
I
ask you,
apologize,
does
baby.
that work though? Just keep it real, because it's a reason that they do it, and they have been doing it for years. Because clearly,
I think sometimes as men we allow it. I can
Yeah.
say that we allow it, bro.
it depends on the
Right,
level
right.
of.
for a severity,
But,
right?
but I
Yeah.
also think that they use that as like a treatment,
Like leverage.
a treatment that is leverage, because they may know.
Because
I may not have gave you sex for this whole week.
right.
And I may not have gave you. We may not have been this great for the week, but I know that now I'm apologetic. This is gonna be fire.
Right.
Like you waiting, like, okay, like, man, I haven't done it this way. You just like, yes, I accept it, baby. Like, I accept your apology.
Right.
So I think we do kind of use that, and
Right.
it's what we allow.
Yeah.
It's definitely
Right.
what we allow.
I think that's the biggest thing. Like not allowing that stuff.
yeah, for sure.
Having heart to heart. You feel me? It's difficult to do, and it's ugly to see sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't want to have that conversation.
They don't.
That's my biggest thing, bro. Sometimes I make a mistake, bro, and I had to learn to give my girl distance because I'm not good with that. I'd be like, I was wrong. Knock on the door. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, let's talk about it. What can I fix? What can I do right? What can I change? And
So,
learn from that, bro.
so my next question is: how can women improve their communication and apologies around forgiveness in their relationships? How can they improve their communication around apologies and forgiveness in their relationships?
I mean, I feel that as men, if you have never really like created those boundaries and let them know like things that really bother you, things that's gonna
Right,
hurt you
make
or
a
trigger
standard.
you, if you've never let them know that, let a woman know that, then she's gonna say and do things that may trigger or hurt you because
Right.
you never let those things be known initially.
Of course.
Like, when I'm dating, I like to let women know up front certain things trigger me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, and so if I let you know that third date in, fourth date in, all right, you shouldn't be doing this a year later. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I think that as men, we should create those boundaries and let women know. We should feel comfortable enough.
Right. You should
and-
always feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't be like a real relationship, a real thing. If
Right.
it's more like a chore.
I would say to that, it's like someone who built a sandcastle, right, bro? And then the waves come, and they tore it down. And that person apologizes for the unexpected waves, but they don't apologize for building the sandcastle too close to the waves.
Right.
And I feel like women do that a lot. They don't take ownership, bro.
Mm.
They don't take ownership for when they do things. They may say, I'm sorry, but you did this that caused me to do that.
Mm.
Yeah.
They may say, I'm sorry, but if it wasn't for this or how you treated me, how you did this, I wouldn't have done that. It's just a genuine apology is no but. A genuine apology is taking ownership. And I think that if women could take ownership when they apologize, men would appreciate it, bro. Like, they just got to learn to take ownership. It's no but. It's no I did this to cause you to do that. Just, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's just, I apologize, honey. I'm not going to do it again. Or I know I hurt you. I know I shouldn't have done that. And that's it. It's just no but. It's just no if you wouldn't have done, just take ownership. That's why I say to women out there, if you want to know how to genuinely apologize to your man, take ownership.
Straight
take
up.
ownership. That's it, bro.
Sometimes that's a scary part too, bro.
Yeah.
Because it feels like I know I hurt you, and I know it's like it's if they want an eye for an eye. It's like, man, because you did this, I'm gonna do that, and you almost expect it, and you're like, man, what's gonna hit me now?
Yeah.
And that's tough.
So how does let's jump on forgiveness, man. How does forgiveness take an impact in a relationship, bro? Like,
I mean, yeah, it's for you. At the end of the day, it's a thing that if you don't forgive, it's like a gateway to like,
Fake,
yeah,
artificial, yeah.
yeah, it's a gateway to that. Like, you can't be yourself.
Right.
And I heard this analogy of this guy. He was like holding like an empty water bottle, and he's like, this water bottle doesn't change weight, but if I hold it for long enough, my arm is gonna hurt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like as long as you hold it in you and you don't forgive anybody, it's like it's gonna weigh on you.
Right.
So forgiveness is like to me, as a therapy guy, it's like the gateway to freedom. To be real,
Oh yeah.
I definitely agree with that, bro. Like someone told me before, it takes a whole lot more to hate that person or resent that person
Yeah.
than to forgive. You know, if I'm mad at you or I don't forgive, you know how much it takes for me to like not want to be around you,
Right.
to ignore you, or to
Yeah.
constantly be mad at you when you come around, or to constantly like those things takes more energy, bro.
Yeah.
Then it's simpler for me to just be like,
Yeah.
we good, I forgive you.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I heard you. Like,
see, but like what you just said, yeah, I forgive you, but like we were saying about the apologies, do you really forgive?
Right.
Or are you saying that because they're in that space and you don't want to seem weak in front of that person? You dig what I'm
Right.
saying?
yeah.
When you
So-
do it enough, I feel like fake it till you make it. You know what I'm saying? Like with certain situations, when you're so quick to just even saying I'm sorry, sometimes it might not be genuine, but there's gonna come a time you're gonna actually be sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And to go back to your question, like it if you're not really forgiving anybody, it's never gonna be perfect.
Yeah.
That's what I tell my girl. I'm gonna make mistakes. I've made mistakes
Definitely.
that I'm gonna have to apologize for
Yeah.
and pay for.
Yeah.
You know, and if I'm not making those mistakes, then you don't got the real me. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So what are like some common misconceptions people have about forgiveness? To me, I know when I rip, I'm gonna say that they say that once you forgive, you forget. You forgive and forget. Like that's a common misconception people
Yeah.
tied together. That
Yeah.
you forgive but you forget. Like I can forgive you, but I can't forget the hurt that you caused me. I can't forget the pain.
Right.
And a lot of people put the two together. Like you
Right.
forgive, you forget. Like you shouldn't remember.
Right. I feel like I use it as a fuel, and I use that and I think, hey man, forgave you and I didn't forget, but I remember the pain I endured or whatever the case may be.
Right.
And yeah, in a way I'm not gonna forget that, but it's the feeling that I don't forget. You know what I mean? It's not more or less the action.
I mean, I feel that like forgiveness, it doesn't excuse what that person has done to you. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what people get. They feel that because like, for me, like I've went through childhood trauma and stuff,
Right.
and I speak to a lot of people about things that they experience as children, things that's obviously not okay. And when I told them that I forgave my offender and had a conversation and it was okay with it, they were like, you better than me. I can never do that. And it's just like, bro, listen, it's controlling your future.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
can't change
saying?
what happened.
It's controlling your future. And this is like, for example, I was dating a young lady and I love her to death. You know who you are. And we had a lot of menages, three-ways, a lot of them. Like literally we was with women more than it was just me and her.
Right.
And I was telling my therapist about this, and I knew that she went through some, stuff back in her childhood, stuff like that. And my therapist made me realize, like, bro, like, is it a possibility that she felt more comfortable having women present because of what she experienced as a little girl?
Right. She don't even realize it too.
Exactly. I didn't even realize it. I
Right.
just thought I was the man. Like, yeah,
Right,
boy, I'm
right.
out here. But I didn't even realize that this person was going through something that was so traumatic,
deeper.
and they didn't forgive. And you know what I'm saying? They didn't get that out of them. You know what I'm saying? And it was affecting their future.
Right.
So I think that if you don't forgive, it's affecting your future at the
Yeah.
end of the day, because you start looking at other people in other situations like what you've experienced before, and it might not even be that case.
But I would say, bro, I got a question for y'all. Like, what was the hardest point of your life where you had to forgive someone?
Yeah. Well, I could piggyback on that. Like, as you guys know,
Yeah.
I lost my mom and my brother in an accident. So that to me was
So tell a story, bro. The audience don't really know your story like that, bro. Like,
So-
tell the fam, bro.
when I was like 19 years old, 20 I think at the time. I had moved to Orlando for the job we working now. I'm from here, moved there for the opportunity, and I kid you not when I tell you guys that when I moved up there, I had two opportunities. It was either here in Fort Lauderdale or Orlando. And I said, in these words, and I told my mom at the time, I was like, it's in God's hands, wherever I end up. Whoever calls me first, that's where I'm going. So sure enough, Orlando called me. I moved up there. A couple months later, they moved up there with me. Living the dream, it was different because it's not like Miami. It will never be like Miami. And, after a couple months, You know, it just happened overnight, and it's always been something that inside of me I have feared. I remember being younger in high school, and I would wake up and I would fear that specific situation, which is kind of crazy to me because it was like preparing me. I felt like, because I remember one time she had my phone because her phone had broken, and I had no form of communication. I had taken a nap. It was late. She wasn't home, and I was just desperate. I was like, oh my God, where is she? And then sure enough, when that, it ended up happening one night, I was getting ready for work. It's the way things happen, and the way they unraveled, it was insane. It was like, man, I woke up with no alarm, get a knock on my door at 3 a.m. So-and-so, yep, yeah, they just passed away. Bam, like that. And you're like, whoa, like, hold on, I was just getting ready for work. Like, what is this? And my mom, it's funny because a couple months before that, we had a situation in Cuba where one of my aunts was, like, hit with a car, and she ended up dying a couple days later from internal bleeding. And that aunt, before she died, said, like, don't hold grudges. Don't charge this man for what he did. He did not mean to hit me that day. She ended up dying, and my mom stood by that so much. She would tell me that, like, and that's just the way I move. Like, the things I heard and the way people, like, would tell me, hey, I don't know how you do it, man. The first thing I did was, it was a 19-year-old kid. He was my age. I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? All I know is that me hating this dude and making this guy's life impossible and suing everything or whatever the case may be is not going to change what happened. It's not going to bring them back. If anything, it's just going to bring me more like bad memories and like pain. So to me, it took a lot, because everyone around me was like, you got to drown this man. You got to put him in for good. You got to do something. I took a stand, and I'll never forget, it was me, my homeboy that I tell you about all the time. I had gone to court in Orlando, and he had a whole army of people. Because you know how that goes, to back him up. I took that stand, and I told him, hey, man, like, I forgive you. I do, because, and, he broke down after that, because I was like, I know that night you didn't come out with the intention of, like, doing what you did. And it's not going to change what happened. So
Damn.
that to me opened this whole door, where it's like, I grew so much from that. But it's true what y'all say, man. People don't know what other people are going through. And my surroundings, for those that didn't know, was very toxic, It's like they would always just, in a way, judge me without knowing about me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, man, look at this lame ass white boy or whatever, like, why does he get good days off or whatever the case may be, or like, man, if that was me, I would have, and I'm like,
You don't know.
that's not what I want to hear. But at the same time, I knew that. And my mom always told me, like, you got to be able to forgive, And she did a lot of that, and I seen her. She pretty much raised me because I had a stepdad, but she pretty much raised me, and that's all she ever did. And she taught me, like, you got to learn how to forgive. You got to learn how to forgive. You got to learn how to forgive. She was Christian too. She, at the end, like, near the end of her life, she started going to church a lot more. So it was something that, like, I grew up on, it was like forgiveness. Like, no one can hurt me if I can forgive myself and everything around me.
Yeah, that's the key too. Like,
Yeah.
I think that, damn, man, that's
Yeah.
big ups to you, brother.
Yeah,
We
man, I
keeping
appreciate
you
you.
up in prayer, man. You're a legend, man. Like,
Bro.
I love you, bro. But
That's-
that's the key too, man, to forgiveness is to be able to forgive yourself.
Yeah.
Bro, that's tough, dog, because I pride myself in being like a Christian man, bro, and I don't know if I could have forgave him like you did, bro,
Yeah.
on that stand right there, bro. Like, time heals all wound. I feel that I would have needed more time, bro. Like, that's tough, bro, because, like,
They
that
got to
was-
live with that, bro. And I think about that.
Yeah.
And even if you tell me, if he were, like, because he did take the stand and he talked to me about, how much he still thinks about that and X, Y, and Z. Whether he was bullshitting or not, bro. Like,
Nah, it's real.
I'm not, you're going to, for the rest of your life, you're going to live with the fact that this happened.
Yeah.
bro,
And you can't change that.
that was,
And it is what it is.
that was my next question, though, bro. Like, how do faith have a impact on our forgiveness and us forgiving people? Because we are Christian men, bro. And the Bible says, you forgive your neighbor your trespass, and he'll forgive you also, bro. And I think when I think of that, bro, I think of Peter, bro, when he was talking to Jesus, and he asked Jesus, he was like, "How often ought my brother to sin against me, and how often ought I to forgive him? 7 times?" And Jesus said, "No, 77 times." Like, there's no number. There's no number on the amount of times your brother should hurt you.
Because guess what? Every day we wake up, we ask for forgiveness.
We ask for forgiveness
every single day. So who are we
to
not accept apologies
and put a number on someone else?
And put a number on someone else when every second of every day we like, hey, I'm sorry, I can't.
And I think that's like the toughest thing we got to do on this earth, bro. Is like to forgive someone, bro. To me, that's the toughest thing we got to do on this earth because there's level to forgiveness to me. Like it's like level 1, level 2, level 3. Like I step on your shoes, you can forgive me.
Yeah, little white like, forgiveness. Yeah. Look.
I kill someone you love, or I make a mistake and do something, like that's a different level, bro.
I mean, but like what Alex was just saying too, man. Like hating you and what you said earlier, hating you and wanting to kill you. That's not gonna bring him back. It's not gonna change anything.
It's not. It's just gonna make you.
It's just gonna put you in a darker space. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, obviously, it's easier said than done. Obviously,
it is.
It's easier said than done. But at the end of the day, like forgiveness is literally about yourself. It's not about that other person. It's about you.
Where do you want to go? Where do you?
That's it. Like because you can't hold on to it, man. It's like they said. Like if you hold a grudge, it's like you drinking poison and expecting that person to die.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So no, man. Like it's like I said, it's easier said than done. But forgiveness is a thing for yourself, man, and give yourself some freedom. I want to apologize to somebody that I have no access to on any social media platform or anything. You know who you are. I left you at a courthouse on 13th in court or whatever, and you know our family knew about it. I rode by the courthouse. I saw you stand there, and I drove by and kept driving, and I left you standing there. I told you that we were gonna get married that day, and I didn't do it. I left. I was a coward. I wasn't a man. I was a boy. I apologize. And like I said, you know who you are, and I hope you accept this apology. It's been on my spirit for the last 10 years. Sorry.
Takes a man, bro.
It takes a man, bro. Like we say, man, self-reflection, bro, and accountability, and just being able to acknowledge your imperfections, man. We're not perfect, bro. Like, that's the thing as men, as we get ready to close out this episode, man. To every man out there watching, we just want you to know you're not perfect. Like, you're not perfect. Yeah. Like I said before, we all fall short of God's glory. So you're going to fall short of your fellow man's glory and the people on this earth's glory. The thing is about not making the same mistake. Yep. It's like he said, like he just apologized to a woman who he left at the wedding. Yeah. But if he was to do it again, that'd be different because he didn't learn. But he's learning, bro. That's what it's about as men, man. Us having a sincere apology and learning. Us learning from our mistakes and us getting 1% better every day, as you said, man.
Yep.
That's what it's about. 1% better every day, bro. Go ahead and close this out, bro. We're going to close out like we always do with a prayer.
Let's go, man.
Because we're not perfect and we try to be better every day as men.
God, Father God, we thank you. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this hour. Thank you for Men Unmuted. Thank you for this community that we're building. God, we just ask that you just continue to love on us, God, and let us feel it. Let us hear it. Let us hear your voice, God. You say that you whisper, you don't yell at us, God. Let us hear you. God, we just ask for forgiveness for the things we've done wrong today and we're going to do tomorrow and we're going to do next week. Just give us forgiveness. Father God, give us the spirit of forgiveness to forgive others that hurt us, God. Give us the spirit to forgive those that they hurt us so bad, God, but we still want the forgiveness that you give us. God, I ask that you give us the power to say I'm sorry, to apologize to those who we hurt. God, give us a sense of apologizing and making things wrong, make those things right. Father God, I ask that you just remove ego and just allow your spirit to move in every direction of friendships, relationships, family situations, anything right now, God. I just thank you for my brother that's here, our little brother, Alex, that's here right now, God. Continue to lift him up, God. Continue to strengthen him in any situation of his life, God. Bless him right now, God. Bless the Men Unmuted family. Bless our families name by name, one by one. In Jesus' name we pray, God. Amen.
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 We'll see y'all next week on next week's episode, man.
Yeah.
We out, fam. Man Unmuted.